Hello there, this is Dave Allen for No Stylist, and today we're looking at an application called Draft. And here it is on my home screen, but also I've got it on here as a widget. And this is the widget here, and I can start from here by going to text, a new markdown document, or I can even create a folder from here as well. So let's go into creating a markdown document. Tap on that there, and away we go straight into it. And I can start by putting the title in there. And you can see that we've got this extra row of keys there, and this is great. And I'm going to just change the name of this from Untitled to something else. We'll call it Great. Why not? It's a good start. Okay, so let's get into the actual body of this and start doing something with it. Now the thing with this is that we've got these extra keys on the keyboard there. We've got the one to put a tab in there. We've got the one for doing a round bracket. But I can also put in other things as well. So say I want a square bracket, I can go and do that, which is quite good. But it would be much nicer if I could just slide the set of keys across and get to what I wanted. So when you're using Markdown, you're going to want those square brackets fairly often. So good if they were actually on the screen there, but still. Now then, another thing that you can do is you can turn this way around. All well and good, except that we lose that extra row of keys. Now that's the same with light paper as well. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the same problem if I start using something like the Nexus 7. I'll have to get one and see, won't I? An excuse to buy some more toys. So I can't do much here apart from putting some extra text in there, and I can't put the extra markdown in there. So let's go back to this way again, and now as you can see I can start putting some markdown in there. So if I want a header, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a space in between the paragraph previously and then use this one here, and I can start putting the header in there. So this is my header. Tap and hold on that there, and now I'm going to make that bold. I'll just tap on the B key and it's bold. How about that? And with this word here, I can make that in italics. So I can do it like that by selecting a word and put it in, or what I can do is I can just go to this one here. There, so I'll put a star in like that, and that'll make that word in italics. What about if I want this word dictation here to be a link? What I can do is tap on the link button there, and it puts in the details, and I just put in the HTTP, etc. on there, and now I've got a link. At some point in time, I'm going to do some sharing out with this here, and to share it out, all I've got to do is click on the share button. And while I'm in this mode of doing the editing, you see that these are my sharing options. I only get SMemo messaging on there at first, but I can click on see all, and then I can send it out whichever way I want. I can put it into Facebook, I can put it into any.do, I can put it into Carbon, wherever I want to put it. So let's say I want to send that out to Keep perhaps, which is a note-taking application, which is quite useful actually with Google. So that's sent that out to Keep, and you can see it's worked out quite nicely. So there you go, it's in Keep now, and I can just do my backspace there and go back to my Draft application. I can go full screen with that there, and when I've got it full screen, I've got my row of keys at the bottom there, which is quite handy. Okay, so now I get my header at the top again there, so I can do some sharing out. And when I'm ready with this here, what I can do is I can click on the tick icon, and it is saved. And then I can see it in all its glory, in its HTML glory. And from here I get other options for sharing out. And in this case I get to share out as plain text, or I can share out the HTML. So let's share out the HTML. And I'm getting a different way of sharing now. So let's share it out to a note-taking application. I can share it back into Draft. I can put it into Everclip Pro and use it somewhere else. I can send it off by Gmail. I can send it to Google+. There's a whole lot of different places I can send it to. I can send it off to Light Paper or Jota. This is another note-taking application. Thought I'd give it a try. And you can see there I've got all the HTML with there. So it's quite useful there if I want to send that off to some website and it's all in HTML ready to go. Very handy indeed, being able to send out as HTML. So Draft is quite useful for that. So if I want to start working again, just click on the pencil icon and I can start putting more text in there. This time I'm going to share it out as a tweet through Carbon. You get a choice here of changing the style of it, so I'm using Droid Serif for looking at this here, and let's change that to Droid Mono. I don't like the mono fonts myself much, but there you go. Inconsolata, let's try that one. And I've got a light version and a dark version. So two different ways of looking at it there. I think I'm going to go for a solarized light. And we'll go from that one there to we've got Ubuntu on Ubuntu Mono. We'll go for Droid Serif. So this is my view of Draft from within. I can do a quick note here where I've got a choice of making folders, text documents or markdown documents. I go into documents that I've put in there already. So maybe I want to go into this one here where I've made a note about Mac Tracker. So what's quite handy is I can put these things into different folders. So let's put this into a folder. This one here, tap and hold down on that one there. And I've got it selected, so now I can tap on the folder button there and I can change it and put it into a blogging folder. Let's click on move and off it goes. So now in the blogging folder. So there you go. It's quite easy for you to organise your text documents in this. Okay, so here we are. We've got a text document now this time, and what I'm going to do is I want to share this out to Facebook. Scroll through this here. Now you see what the problem is here. It's not brought the text through, which is a bit of a pain in the rear end really, isn't it? It should have brought text through there, shouldn't it? But it didn't. So let's tap on the back button to go to this here, and the only way to do this is to go to this bit here. Okay, so I can't see all my buttons there because I've got it in landscape mode. I'm going back into this mode again. So I can see the buttons at the top of the screen now, so I can use this one here, select all of it. So I tap on that button there, so I've got it all selected now. And I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. So let's go to Facebook and share it to Facebook and click on paste. And now I post it to Facebook. So that's the thing, if you're going to post off to Facebook, you have to remember that you're going to have to copy it first and paste it back in again. And here we are in ADN, and the text is available to send. How about that? So we'll click on post and off it goes to app.net. I like the idea of a text application I can use to just capture something quickly, and it's good for that. It's not quite so good in the fact that it doesn't work quite so well with Facebook. It's not quite so good in the fact that I lose some of my keys when I'm turning it into landscape mode. So there you go, using Draft. Quite useful. Needs a bit more work, but I like it. This is Dave Allen for No Stylist. Talk to you again soon.